Hi, I hope you have a wonderful day. Mac here.
And Blair.
And this is the latest episode installation of the Parenting Podcast. And listen, I know we don't do these very often, but we're parents, so we don't have a lot of time. But this time, we really want to talk about 5 years
5.
living in the UK.
Yeah.
We've been here 5 years. In September, we hit 5 years. And so we didn't really want to do a 5-year recap at exactly September. We had a lot going on. School was getting started, really rolling the kids into the school year. But now we had a moment, we would sit down and we wanted to talk about what this experience has been like for us living here in the UK for the last 5 years. If you don't know, my family and I, Blair and our 4 kids at the time, we came over from the US in 2020. During the middle of a COVID lockdown, please go back and watch the other videos. We've talked about it in detail. We don't want to go there. We want to talk about more of what the experience has been like for us overall, because 5 years is half a decade.
Right.
I mean, some time is starting to
Right.
stack up now.
I mean, when you think about it, Matthew was 3
Matthew was 3.
when we came here. So 5
Yeah.
years, that's more than half his life.
That's right. More than half his life, he has been right here. He doesn't even remember our home back in Maryland.
No. The most we get from him is his high chair was really high. So he felt like he was really high off the ground. He's like, it was really high up there. And that's about what we get from him on
Brain
that.
was 5.
Yes.
He remembers a little bit of
more.
our home in Maryland. We had a homestead, 16-acre farm, cows, chickens, ducks down south of Maryland, down in southern Maryland is the name of the area. And we were down there for 8 years.
Yep.
And
Kids had a great play set,
Yeah,
great
beautiful play set.
yard to run around. We had a pond they could go and fish on.
yes,
And it was just,
it was we were
nice.
homesteading. It was fun. It
Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
But
It was a
we
lot of
We wanted
homesteading.
something different, right? We wanted
Yeah.
to do a little more, and we wanted a challenge. And so we packed up during COVID, moved over here.
Yeah.
2020, we landed here, and that time was hard. But we want to focus on holistically. So let's go into this. What have you grown to love about the UK and living here in this last 5 years?
I probably still really like how each village, town, city that we ever visit, they all have a unique feel and flavor to them, so to speak. I just like the individualness of each place.
Okay. I can concur with that. You're right. Manchester doesn't feel like Liverpool, and Liverpool doesn't feel like Cardiff, and
No.
Cardiff doesn't feel like Edinburgh. And I know that I just jumped around in England and into Wales and into Scotland, but just geographically, those places are not that far apart as
Right.
far as an American would be concerned, but the culture in each area is different. And then each town, individual
Right.
area, you're right.
Cambridge doesn't feel like Birmingham, and
That is right.
doesn't feel like Leicester, and
That's true.
definitely doesn't feel like York.
No, I like York.
I like it
York.
too.
We're going to do Leeds. We haven't done Leeds
We
yet.
haven't done
Yeah,
Leeds.
but that is a good point. They all have their own unique individual feel and flavor. Some places are a little more quiet, some are a little more boisterous, some close at exactly 5 p.m.
Yes,
Bath.
exactly.
And then some stay open a little later.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Those are some cultural differences that I can notice. What I feel like the Brits do a good job with celebrating. And I feel like through the turn of the year, there's a festival for everything.
Right.
Right. So let's start out the year. There is, back in the US, it's called Fat Tuesday, but you have the pancake races.
Here. Yes.
Yeah, here. You have the pancake races here. And then that rolled into the spring shows for Flowers, Chelsea, Flower Show, Hampton Court Flower Show. And you have that rolls, like, so you're going from one right into the other, and then that rolls right into the county shows,
Right.
which start out pretty
Summer
early in the
early,
summer.
yeah.
And then they roll straight in through to the fall. And then there's the fall flower shows. And so I'm just keeping with the festivals and shows. And throughout all of that, there's the things like the cheese roll.
Right.
There's just so many different activities and unique experiences that the Brits celebrate
Yes.
life.
And I
Really well.
love how he named everything through flowers. If you didn't catch all those
Well,
references.
no, the cheese rolling.
Yes,
I'm not using
cheese roll,
Yeah.
and then the lambing. So the
Oh, yeah,
baby
that-
lambs
right.
happen. That
That-
leads into going to the county festivals.
Right.
And then you keep going a little bit more, and there's that May bank holiday. And then we have more county festivals.
Yeah,
They get
yeah.
bigger usually.
Yeah, it's the Great Yorkshire.
Yeah.
If you ever been to the Great Yorkshire, make your way to the Great Yorkshire show. It is probably one of the largest Kent County show if you're near London.
It's nice.
That's a
Yeah.
really nice. Kent's one of my
It's
favorites.
nice.
So with festivals.
Yeah.
And within each festival, within each style of festival, there's a quiet culture of each festival, and so I think that's kind of what I've grown to like about being here, and then to use the word quiet. Just we live out in the English countryside, so
Right.
I've definitely learned to love the English countryside because it is so reminiscent to where we lived in Southern Maryland, which was also rural,
was
quiet.
rural and
I grew up in
quiet.
Arkansas, rural, quiet, and so the English countryside is beautiful in the summer, right?
It is.
Long
It is.
days.
Long, incredibly long days
We're
that
the
we
exact
still had to get
opposite.
used to.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
have to get used to that.
Yeah.
9 p.m. Look outside, it's still daylight.
Right.
When we first got here, I remember going into the bedroom and there were curtains up and they were really heavy.
And I didn't understand them. I was like, why are these curtains so heavy? Why do we have blackout curtains? Like, what is going on?
They were so heavy. And I was aware of blackout curtains that they existed, but I never needed them before. And then you get here in the middle of the summer and it's 10, almost 11 o'clock at night and it's still daylight. You're like, oh, close the curtains.
Got it.
Yes.
This is why these are here. Okay.
Yes. And so these northern latitudes, we both come from much lower area latitudes. We grew up in places that were
In the
closer
American
to the
South, yeah.
closer to the equator. So the day length is more standardized, definitely shorter. My mother and father, when they came to visit, they come in it on.
Yeah.
My dad never been.
No,
there.
he never came.
No.
So, but what Mac, I think, was about to say was when they used to come visit us in the house in Maryland, the days are longer on the American
Yes,
East Coast
he
because
did,
it does stay light till about 8 o'clock.
Yes, yeah. So my dad commented on it then in Maryland that the days were longer.
Right.
And then when we moved all the way over here, my mother has commented on how long, exceedingly long the summer days are.
Yes.
We were in
Very
Ireland.
bright.
Remember that years ago with Ireland at the Cliffs of Moher, and we showed up.
It was late. It was late. It was closed. And we're like, oh.
We left Dublin in the morning, and all we were supposed to do was drive from Dublin over to the Cliffs of Moher.
Yeah,
and it
I don't
took
know
us
what
literally
happened.
because we just
we were
meandered.
meandering and
meandered
we
all
stopped over here, stopped over there.
Yeah, we were like,
got lunch.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we meandered across Ireland, right? And we didn't get there till about 6 p.m. Everything was
it was
closed.
We were on the path that was used for like the villagers.
Yes.
And we were just like, okay, we're gonna keep walking. Oh,
Right.
okay,
It was
this is
closed, but it's a natural event, right? So it's a
Right.
place. They didn't have it fenced off. You could just walk through the
in.
parking lot and just go to the cliffs and look at the cliffs. And we were out there, about 6:30,
It was very cool because you got to see the sunset across the water and the cliffs,
that
and it was so
sunset
nice.
lasted so
It was a long sunset.
long.
Yes.
Yeah, it was long. And so the reaches of this area in general is just really beautiful in the summer. Those long, warm
That's nice too. Yes.
summer days.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I look forward to that because we're in the exact opposite of that right now. Our days are so short. If you blink and you sleep in and blink,
You missed the whole day.
day's gone. Yeah. So, you know what? I had to get used to. Well, so the question was, what do you love? But when you expand it to just some of the things you've had to get used to, and that's one of them, right? You had to get used to those longer days, shorter days.
Right. I think I just like the more green space.
Yeah.
Like every town has a park, and most towns, villages are very walkable. So
yes.
just
We've done so many.
Yeah.
So many, so what do you call them? City tours and town tours. We just get out and walk through. Every town and city has a distinctive city center.
Right.
It's on a map,
Yeah.
and you could just get out, park your car in a parking garage, and you can, or deck, right, and you can just go around the entire city center, and there's just so much down there, like a lot of the culture and a lot of the sites, the cathedrals, whichever town or city you're in. You're right, it's so walkable.
Right.
I really wish the U.S. had that.
More.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
It's a little bit in the older cities, but not as much in
Just
the
not
newer
walkable.
cities. No,
It's not.
they're not
Try to walk
walkable.
across Houston, you won't.
No, absolutely not. That city lasts for forever. Absolutely.
Houston
not.
is massive.
Yes.
So try walking across that. You can't do it. But I'm pretty sure even in Houston there are some walkable areas. But the fact that the city centers are nice and walkable, that's something I really, really enjoy. I was going to say that I don't love but I have grown to understand walking in the rain. Remember when we first got here?
Yeah, that was an absolute
And we'd
no.
be driving,
It's hardcore.
and you saw people out
Yes, standing.
and standing in the rain.
Yeah.
No, we're not talking hardcore rain, but there's a light drizzle, right? There's a light drizzle, a misty drizzle.
That
And
for us as
sometimes it was
Americans,
rain.
that would turn us away very quickly, and like
we don't do things in the
we're
rain.
not standing in the rain.
We
But
don't tend to do that.
here, it rains frequently. You kind of have to continue with life, keep going. So
How long was it before we noted that if we wanted to get something done, that we just had to go out in the rain? I think within the first 6 months.
yeah, I think that was 6 months. That was a pretty quick transition. I think the next thing for me to transition from was when I stopped converting pounds to U.S. dollar.
Oh, that took a bit longer.
Yes.
That took a bit longer. I don't even think in US
Now,
dollars
not so
anymore.
much, but
No, I do think in pounds. And like, oh, it's only 5 pounds. That's not bad.
Right.
And in my head, when I first got here for a while, at least the first couple of years, maybe the first 3 years,
Yeah,
I would see
probably.
every British pound price and in my head immediately do a conversion back to USD. I don't do that anymore. It's just I just see it in British pounds and that is the price. I don't convert it back in my head anymore. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
yeah.
Speaking of things converting in your head, how long was it before you stopped feeling like a tourist? Because when we first went out here, we felt like everyone was staring at us. They'd see us and they'd look, and
Yeah.
and then it was like, oh, I mean, like, can they tell that we're not local? And then at some point, that just stopped happening.
Right.
And then at some point, you don't feel like
The
a
need
tourist.
to notice or
Yeah.
anything like that. Yeah, I think I stopped feeling like a tourist when I explained probably something about British culture to somebody, and that's yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see it. I
It
can't.
was very something simple.
It was
like,
subtle though.
Yeah.
It was subtle for me to when I no longer felt like. Now I still get in the car sometimes and driving, or I'm in a town, or we're going through, we're walking, and there's always that fish out of water, so to speak, where you recognize how unique of an experience it is to live outside of your country of birth. And in the world that we live in today, a lot of people don't like immigrants, and immigration in some cases is good, bad, otherwise. I want to get into that. But for the person who has immigrated and is from one country, from one culture, and go live in a different one
another.
entirely, where you're
Right.
adjusting to and learning new norms and experiencing, it's a huge shift in your brain to have to do that, because you're not playing home game. You're playing an away game.
Playing away, and you have to learn how to speak like a local, so to speak.
Yeah, I say, when people ask me about our postal, there's an H in it, and I don't say H.
Yeah.
I say H. I give it a little
Just a little.
British, just H,
Yeah.
right? Just a little bit, because it makes it easier for them. And I think our cadence has definitely shifted.
It's definitely shifted.
And I don't know when that happened.
I don't know either, but it has. And at first it was like, oh, I'm purposely doing that. And now it's just more, now it's just how it comes out.
Right,
And
right.
I'm not really thinking about it.
Yeah, we dropped the in front of hospital.
I don't know about that.
Sometimes it can happen. You're talking and you're
Sometimes.
saying, well, where you going? Hospital. And that's how they say it in the UK, hospital, right? So
Right.
going to hospital. In the US, it will always be
The hospital.
going to the hospital. It'll never be hospital. Like, what? You just drop that whole, just
Right.
that one. There's several other ones, and there's some other ones that I probably haven't even noticed.
Yeah.
But that's part of now. We still sound American. Every now and again, people still ask us, where are we from? They don't ever say, like, are you American? They say, where are you from? Because I think, there's Canadians and Australians, and we
Yeah.
don't necessarily sound like either
And
one
then
of them.
sometimes
but-
they can't tell if we're British or if, yeah.
Yeah.
I think some people do think we're British, and then
It depends on how many words we say.
yes,
If it's a short exchange,
they
you may
can't
not
tell.
even catch on, right? But if it's
Right.
where we're really doing a longer conversation, then of
Right.
course, they can pick it
hear
up.
that.
They can definitely hear it,
Yeah.
and it comes out pretty clearly that we are American. It's not something that we hide.
Oh.
Not at all.
fine.
We don't walk around draped in U.S. flags.
No, but it is very cool. It's still very different to us when we're out and somebody will notice, like we'll go through a drive-through and someone notices that our car is different.
That's
and-
true.
Like the
That's
other
true.
day when we were at the drive-through.
Was that the car? That was the accent.
I think that was just an accent. She just heard us.
We were going through a drive-through, and a young lady, she got so excited
Yeah.
because she heard an American accent, and we pulled up to the door. I mean, to the window, and she's like, "Oh, you American?" And we're like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, where are you from?" And she was young.
Yeah,
She was young, and
she's
we were
young.
like, "Oh, don't fangirl over Americans or the U.S."
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's
You
okay.
don't have to do that. But she was
That was
so
really-
excited to talk with us. And
Yeah.
we do get asked all the time about how long we've been here and how do we like it. People always ask us how we like it. Like, we love it. Because, we definitely had the choice. If we didn't like it, we could have gone back.
home.
We could have
Yeah.
gone home. And we've chosen to stay here for a while longer because we have enjoyed the experience of living here. There's still some things that I want to do. There are a couple places that I still want to get to.
Right.
What about you? Any name a couple places that are things you haven't done, or places you want to go that we haven't done yet? I have two. I know.
In the UK.
Yes.
I would like to see some British waterfalls. Like there's some parks and things you said you're going to take me. The Lake District.
The Lake District. That's one. Yeah, that was. I was thinking about that one. We haven't done the Lake District.
Right.
I would love to be able to rent like an RV and do the
That sounds cool.
NC 500.
Yeah. That sounds
Yeah,
cool.
do the whole North Coast
Yeah.
across the top of Scotland. There's a 500-mile stretch, and you can just kind of go across that. I think that would be cool. The Isle of Man, the Isle of
We haven't done
Skye.
any of the isles.
We haven't. Isle of
Yeah.
Man, the Isle of Skye.
I want to see like how is it like the different transportation modes that you get to do here. Like it's just not something that comes up as frequently in the U.S. So like the last time we were on the ferry, that was an adventure.
Yes.
So how do you even get to these isles and stuff?
Yeah, it's ferry.
Yeah. So
they
is
just
this a
take
long
ferry.
ferry,
I hope it won't
short
be like-
ferry?
I hope it won't be like that ferry over to Benmore coming from
That was hilarious.
Glasgow.
Yeah.
And we were going over to Benmore.
Yeah.
Oh, that ferry was crazy.
Hilarious.
Yeah, we got out of the car. Me and Braden and Matthew got out of the car. We were standing up on the rail, up on the deck, and we didn't know that the ferry was going to turn into the waves and
Yes.
into the water. And so we got drenched. Basically, we were standing up there, and it was rocking. And once you were there and the water's flying,
There's no way to leave.
It's
You
just hold
can't
on.
leave.
Like you can't hold on. We didn't have any life jackets on. It's just hold on
Yeah.
to the rails
It
and
was-
don't fall off.
It's very different. It was one of the ferries where you just they just load the vehicles onto the ferry, and if you wanted to, you could go up top and stand. And that's what Mac and the kids were doing. Well, two of the
Yeah,
kids were
they
like,
did.
"Oh, I want to go,"
They
so
did.
they went.
They didn't warn us at all.
They did not.
That was the round trip. The only way back, we definitely do it. It's on the video. So we filmed a little bit of that. You can see it in the video
Yeah.
when we did those 4 days in Scotland,
Scotland. Yep.
which was just like a month or two ago. We did those. So it's in that video series. But that was fun. But Isle of Skye, Isle of Man, and then another one thing we'd have to fly to would be the Aran Isle. The Aran Isles. I'm not saying
Don't
it's,
know.
but there's
Is that Guernsey?
there's a group of islands north of Scotland.
Oh. See,
So
he
these are
just
deep
went
summer
real
activities.
far.
Summer activities.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever make it up there. But summer activities. I'm not going up there in the
In the winter.
in the winter. But those are some of the things I think would be cool to do that we haven't done. There's probably a few castles that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
But we've had some wonderful experiences, especially when it comes to castles.
Yeah.
I think we did like 10 castles in
That-
3 days
yeah,
or
that was
something.
fun.
That was fun.
That was fun. I still really liked Lincoln's Castle. I thought
Mm.
that was very cool, very pretty, and then all the history, like with the Magna Carta and whatnot with it.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was really cool.
Don Lauder.
That was just pretty.
Castle. Yeah, we some
That
some
was-
nice ones. So we've had some wonderful experiences here, and I think that the biggest part of it has been the willingness to just get out and explore.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't necessarily come over with the idea of exploring the British Isles anywhere near as much as we have. I think initially we thought, oh, we'll come over, we'll live here, and then we would explore Europe. But then, when we first got here, COVID happened, and we couldn't leave.
Yeah, so
we
it was slow to open
it was
up
slow to
and-
open up. I mean, this is really slow. This slow to open up took a long time.
Right.
So we could travel, and at first we could travel just in England,
Right.
and then we could travel up and across, this whole island. And that's when we first went to Scotland for the first time. Scotland was never on my list of a place to go and visit, and now. Yeah, we went back just a month or so ago. We've been several times. I would go back almost any
Yeah.
time back to Scotland.
Yeah.
I would love to spend more time. I liked Perth.
I did.
Perth was nice.
Yeah.
Inverness, going further
Inverness,
north.
I like that
Loch
one.
Ness. Like
Yeah.
we've been up there. And then
Open.
the Highlands.
Yes.
Yeah.
the
I went,
Highlands.
yeah. That's what I was saying. Is you go up and then you come back down on that side. It was at the western side. the
beginning.
western side of the Highlands,
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
And then we saw the Three Sisters, the mountains.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just
Yeah.
beautiful. That whole road
It's
that the Three
very
Sisters
pretty,
is on,
yeah.
just cutting through a valley, and there's mountains on either side. The day we were there, it was raining, and so it was waterfalls from the rain running off of the mountains.
Right. It was really
Yeah,
pretty.
that
It
was
really, yeah.
that was mystical. I mean,
Yes.
it was just. I
Like,
would say mythical because you
well,
could have seen
I
like
get
a
what all the-
leprechaun or a
yes.
unicorn.
Yes, I
Just-
get all the fables and folklore. I get why those
Yeah,
other
leprechauns
stories.
would be on the other side of the island, on the
Yeah.
other side over there in
side.
Ireland. But
Yeah.
the unicorn, I could see a
see
unicorn
it.
just walking out of the mist.
But the locks, I can understand why Nessie is a whole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could see that.
That's
Those locks are dark.
huge.
The coloration,
Yeah.
it's just. So as you can hear, we have enjoyed the nature and getting out and about, but we spend, I think, not quite as much time in the cities talking to people. And I think that's just been the privilege and the joy of being here is the ability to just travel and go places and to be greeted with a friendly face
Right.
pretty much everywhere we go.
right.
You know, some of the more packed out places and cities we've gone into, some of the tighter experiences. So it hasn't all been out just roaming across
Right.
nature. It's been a bit of all of it. And we've been doing it for 5 years, right? We had twins. We talked about it just earlier today. We're not sure if the twins would have been born if we had stayed in the U.S., right?
Right.
Cost of living was different. Our
right.
financial situation was tight in the U.S. The U.S.
Right.
is expensive. And I know people live in the U.K. like it's expensive. The U.S. is expensive. And we have seen prices rise here. You come in it over the last
Right.
5 years, how prices you've seen on nappies, diapers, and other things, the prices increase.
It has increased. Also, like the electric bill and stuff, that's definitely gone up as well. But
Still not as high
still not as high, but
as what we pay in the U.S.
Right.
So we have 3 phone lines right now. My phone, your phone, and then the home phone.
house.
And what is that a month? Roughly
Yeah, it's 75.
about 75 pounds,
Right.
maybe,
Right.
ish.
And I get
And if you had 3 lines in the U.S., it would be about 600. Because it would be $200
Yes.
per line, at
Yes.
least, because they're like all
Yes.
3 unlimited lines, right?
Yes.
So in the U.S., that would be way more, hundreds
we
of
would not have all these lines. Yes.
of dollars more per month.
Right.
Our electric is expensive here. It's a big home, so the electric is expensive,
Right.
but it doesn't touch
No,
what our electric
It
bill
was in the States.
used to be back in the
Right.
States. It's still about half. I mean, the U.S. is just expensive. It pays a lot of money, but you end up spending it out. As soon as you get it, it's gone.
Right.
You end up spending it out. So the U.S. is just a really expensive place. Not to say that, and economics is really hard,
Mm-hmm.
right? But yeah, the U.S. is so expensive in many ways.
Right.
So we talked about festivals. We talked about holidays. How has the U.K. changed our family? I think the biggest thing.
Well, our family
is-
grew, but
Yes, I was about to say the 2 that we've added to the family.
2 new personalities, 2 new
Yes.
people. They're great. They're Kai in his quietness in his own way. Sometimes I don't even see him. I just hear something and I'm like, what? Oh, hi. And he just puts a bowl on the table. And I'm like, what do you want?
He's quiet,
Yes. Quiet, demanding.
and he is the exact opposite of Kenzie, who is so
Incredibly loud. If you
So-
hear any extra sounds in this video, it's probably
it's
Kenzie.
her. We've been hearing her screaming the whole time. She's so loud, and I'll be honest with you, I don't typically tell her to be quiet.
Right.
We don't do it. Like, no, we're not going to take her personality and bottle it up and tamp it down. Like, there are times when we're teaching her that there are times when she has to be quiet. But other than that,
Let her go.
we live in a country for a reason. We
Yes.
don't have neighbors
Yeah.
for a reason.
Yes.
So if you want to be as loud as you want to be as loud as you want to be. Be yourself, right?
As long as we're not sleeping.
Right. Well, now
Like-
when I'm trying to sleep, Trey's playing the trumpet. He's learning the trumpet.
It's a lot of trumpet noises.
In the morning,
All the time.
trumpet.
All the
In
time.
the evening, trumpet. Sometimes at night when you're trying to go to bed, trumpet. But again,
Peppa Pig.
yeah, he's learning the Peppa Pig theme song.
Yes.
That's what he's doing. That was really nice. A lot of Star Wars.
Star Wars.
But I don't tell them, hey, quiet down in there. Stop that. I'm a musician myself, right? I played the piano, played for many years. And that's what you do. Musicians have to go through this period of having the ability to just play the same notes, the same melody over and over and over again. So I've heard that Peppa Pig theme song and I never tell them to stop because they're like, well, think about it. Do you want to have a really great trumpet player
Yeah.
in the family
Yeah.
or not?
Well, the fact that we can tell you it's the Peppa Pig song, like,
He's improved.
he's made a lot of
He has improved.
improvements.
So I'm hearing the improvements. He couldn't hit those Star Wars notes. He still can't hit some of them, but there's a couple more he can hit now. And so we just, as parents, we suffer through it.
Yes, we do.
We suffer through it. Nothing is as bad as my sister when she used to play the violin. She learned how to play the violin for a little while. I think my parents shut it down. It is the most hair-raising sound. It is just screeching and
Oh, wow.
and it is bad. And if you go and Google it, YouTube it somewhere someone has uploaded a video of them learning how to play the violin from scratch.
Oh, wow.
And it's hard. It's really hard.
I never
on the
thought
ears.
about that.
Yeah.
So, like, when I used to listen to Mac play, it was every now and then he would hit a wrong note, but for the most part, it sounded really good.
Yeah, all those
Mac's
wrong
like,
notes.
I never hit.
Those wrong notes that all happened in college. So
Right,
I started
so-
playing the piano in high school. Took music through college, played in college, played afterwards. So by the time I met you, most of the
there weren't wrong
unless I was
too
learning
many.
some new note, some new song, then yeah, most of it had already been worked out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't play here. I would love to go to some jazz clubs here.
Yeah.
We looked it up and
did look
what
up.
what was that? Recently we were gonna go and where did we go recently? Our
That
most
was a
recent trip.
place. Well, we've been to London a couple
Glasgow?
times.
We were gonna do it there, go to a couple jazz clubs.
Yeah, in London.
But we missed them. London as well.
Yeah.
I don't remember London. I remember Manchester as well. So hey, if you know some really great jazz clubs, I'm talking old school jazz, like straight jazz, like some nice stuff, a little bit of fusion. But if you know some nice, cool jazz clubs here in the UK, someplace where someone's really, really getting into it, where they're really enjoying it, just drop that down in the comments, and we would love to go to some jazz clubs. There's a couple of things in jazz clubs I would like to do.
Yeah.
Rugby match. I've been trying to get into it. I'm still trying to learn it and get into it, and I haven't gotten into it yet. I've been trying. When I say I haven't gotten into it, I don't understand the rules. I can watch it.
Right.
I just don't understand the rules.
That's entertaining, but I'd like to know more about what's going on.
Yes. The highlight reels from rugby are phenomenal.
Yeah.
But we don't see as much of that. Rugby still, I don't know if it'll ever catch up with American football in the U.S.
Right.
But over here, it's
huge.
I tried to understand the leagues here, and I still don't understand the rugby leagues and how that all works out, the rugby leagues. I'm still not a fan of what we as Americans call soccer, but the rest of the world calls football. And to tell you the truth,
It makes sense.
football for what we call soccer makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you're playing by kicking the ball with your feet.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're using your feet to kick the ball.
Right.
That's football.
Right.
And our football,
We're carrying the ball in our
you're
hands.
carrying the ball.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say you should call it handball, but you're carrying the ball. You're not kicking. If you kick anyone, if you kick the ball.
You punt the ball.
Right. You could punt the ball. You could kick field goals.
Yes,
I think it
but
evolved out of rugby, but it's more of a rugby than it is football, American football. So, if we had to sacrifice the name, I could say that. But America's not going to give up on American football name. America's not going to give up on feet and inches. We're not going to join the rest of the world with the metric system, although it makes so much sense.
It would, because I do struggle in the grocery store whenever I have to read a recipe and it's a British recipe and it starts talking in grams. And I'm like, I have no idea what the grams are.
I only know from science, right? So degrees in science. So I spent a lot of time in the lab and we had to measure things in grams.
Yeah, but going grams to pounds.
I don't know how many grams makes a pound.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Well, what are you
that's
cooking
the
when you
issue.
need pounds?
Well, because I'm still thinking of everything in pounds. Like, I know to feed our family, we need at least 3 pounds.
Okay.
And so everything here is in grams.
I can count grams low, like it's 1 gram, 2 gram, 3 gram. I
Right.
have that vision in my head of what that looks like. If you say 170 grams, I have no idea what that.
Exactly.
Okay, 235 grams. I don't know. Heavy, maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
Like, we picked up some ground beef today. That was 750 grams. So that was 1.5 pounds roughly.
Okay, pound and a half. I get.
Right. Right.
750
See?
grams. Yeah. Okay.
See,
So I
that's
can
the
do,
kind of
okay,
stuff
okay.
that like
Right.
we're struggling with, or like the volume of when we buy milk. I have
Yes.
no idea what that unit is. I just know pick up.
It's not a gallon.
It's not a
That's all I can
gallon.
tell you.
It's way less than a
It's
gallon.
not a it's, all I can tell you is that we buy milk less than a gallon. They don't even sell a gallon of milk here.
They might. We don't get that long one.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Yeah, the
But it's
milk
still,
it might be, but that's an odd
but we just
shape.
buy
So
two of those.
yes.
I thought like well, don't
We
give me no
call
line.
that,
But don't give me no line. I think American quart and the British quart is not the same.
No, it's not the same.
So I don't know. We just buy the milk in the container that they sell it in, and I recognize that it's not a gallon. In the U.S., you buy milk 1 gallon at a time,
Right.
and not so here. You know, I like the breads here.
Yes.
The breads here are really good.
Yeah.
and I would say that they're great, but we have been to France.
We've been to France, and that was. I'm not even a bread person like that, but then we went to France, and France will make you a bread person.
Pastries.
Yes. Pastry for days.
Pastries, and you can't
Yeah.
beat the French with that.
Yes.
I do want to get back to France.
Yes. I would like to visit somewhere else or more France.
Right. Well, we went to St. Michael. Well, I get them mixed up. So Mount St. Michael's is here,
Right.
and then on the other side in France is St. Michael's Mount. Or we may have those names backwards. There are two
Yeah.
castles that are built off the coast, and tidal controlled when you could get to them. We've been to the one
Right.
that's here,
Right.
and there's another one in France.
Right. We haven't been to that
It'd be cool to
one.
go to that one in France, which
Right.
is a sister type castle, coastal castle to the one
Right.
here. So there's just so many other things that we want to
Yes.
do. Next summer, we're already starting to plan and plot out
Yes.
our trips and travels of where we want to go. We spent a big chunk of this summer in the U.S.
Yeah.
30 days.
I definitely appreciated that. That was fun.
It was good to be back.
Yeah.
It was good to be back. 30 days across the U.S. We did daily vlogs the whole time.
Was it 30 or 20?
Well, 29 days. We flew back on the 29th day.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, 30 days. We flew back on the 29th day
Okay.
of when we left.
Yeah, but it was a lot
So-
of fun. It was good to be back and to that was a really long time to
But
be.
we missed
All
missed-
the county shows.
We missed all the county shows.
Which I wanted to take Kenzie and Kai to see, the sheep, because I love looking at sheep.
We missed the Royal Welsh Show.
Yeah.
We missed the Great Yorkshire. We
Yeah.
missed Kent. Those are the big three that we go
Yeah.
to. And we missed all of those
of
because we were back in the States. And then we get back and Kenzie can't identify a cow
She,
from, what was it?
Oh
A
my gosh.
cow and a sheep.
it was the same.
And it was
number.
like, oh, wow. We just should get her to some county shows so we can walk her around. And we did. We only made it to one
Made it to
county show.
one.
I think one this year.
Yeah.
That's up on the video on the channel. We did a video for that. But it was small. It didn't have everything there. I wanted to do one of the big ones.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to next year doing a big
I did
county
like
show.
that show because they did get to pet some of the animals.
That's true.
They did get to see more.
So there's a
but-
blend. Like the smaller
yeah.
shows are good because you could get more intimate with the animals and like a touch them, pet on them and things. The bigger shows, they have a more fenced off, but still you
Mm-hmm. Right.
get to see so much
More
more
of them.
And I
Yeah.
feel like it'd be good for Kai and Kenzie to see
And that would be,
more of them.
yeah.
So our family feels as though Kai and Kenzie have a British accent. Well, Kai doesn't talk very much.
So he doesn't have one.
And so we'll cover that in another video where we'll delve more into the kids and how their development is going and how
Yeah.
all the kids are. That may be the next one. We'll talk a bit more
Sure.
about the kids. This time we're talking more about these 5 years. But yeah, Kai doesn't talk very much. Kenzie could definitely benefit from, they both could benefit from seeing more of the animals here.
Yes. Yeah.
There are sheep here that I didn't even know existed.
Did
the ones with the
not.
4 horns?
Yes.
They're like somebody, a cartoon character.
That
right?
looks
But-
completely made up.
it looks
Yes.
made up until
Yes.
you go there and you see like, well, hold on, there's one set of horns and there's another set of horns. And like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. And then we saw the ones with tails. I didn't know they all had tails. I
Yeah.
didn't know their tails were being docked.
Yeah, didn't know that.
Like, that sheep has a tail.
Remember I kept telling you about the books that I had, and the sheep had these floppy ears, and I'm
Yes.
or no, their ears go
Ears
up.
up like rabbits.
And I thought that book
Jackrabbits,
had
yeah.
just.
Made
I
it
thought
up.
they had made up the animals. I didn't think they were real. And then we went to a county show and we saw them. And I was like, these are really sheep.
Very similar. We were in Kelvin's Grove, the museum, Natural Arts and History Museum up there in
Scotland.
Scotland, right? And we saw the deer. Well, I can't remember which There's a
Yeah.
great,
It
there's
was a
like a
old. I think that one
historical.
was extinct now.
It is
But
extinct, right? But when I saw it, and I said, "Oh my gosh, I've seen that image before," because they use it in cartoons and in movies as monsters and things
right,
of that sort.
right,
You didn't realize it was based off of a very real
real animal
animal that had existed, and
way back when.
way back
Yeah,
when, right? Doesn't
yeah,
exist anymore, thank God.
yeah. It
Dire
was still
wolves
big.
are not here anymore. You
Yeah,
know, that's a good thing.
right, right.
That's a good thing not to have those around, but just to see the interplay between science and fiction and how one is
That
pulling
is
from the
a
other.
yeah. It's a lot more incorporated into everyday society than we realize.
Yes,
Like,
yes. It's good to be in a country that I feel is. How do we feel about the UK? And it's pretty science based. I think this isn't a country that denies science or scientific advancements, like the museums, the
the
which we
show
haven't gone to
we haven't
yet.
been to besides that last one in
Kelvin's
Scotland.
Grove,
Yeah,
we've done that one.
right,
We've done a lot of the historical castle-y things.
right.
They turn Bath, the kids crying in there.
Yes, that's Kai.
Malachi. We'll give it a second. If Blakely doesn't get him calmed down, we'll go and check on him. But what is the other one? Bath, which was kind of historical.
That was historical sciencey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love the
with
fact
the
that they're willing to tie the history and the science
right,
together, and they don't try to separate it out.
right.
Just kind of
I thought that was kind of cool.
yeah,
It's very cool.
yeah. I would like to do a few more techie type things here, though. I feel like it's not quite techie enough.
We did the remember we went to Cambridge and it was they had like all the science experiments through.
Oh, scattered across Cambridge.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was nice.
that was
That was
nice.
nice. I do a lot with the botanical gardens, right?
Yeah.
So I do go to the Birmingham Botanical Garden. There's things there. Kew Garden, absolutely phenomenal. The
Right.
preeminent garden and botanical garden in the world is Kew. And so from a historical standpoint, from the catalog of plants and knowledge, Kew is phenomenal.
Right.
And so yeah, but more modern techie would be cool.
Right.
I think it would be
Right.
nice to have
What
a
was
bit
the
more.
last thing? Oh, it was that not the Kerpies, the horses in Scotland, but what was that? It was like a waterfall with the. I was asleep.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no
I
idea.
get it.
None.
I get
None
it.
whatsoever. Okay.
I had to
So
look
we're
that
talking
one
about the
up.
cost of living. Let's do a quick. I got a couple quick questions for you. All right, you ready to answer these?
Sure.
All right. Really rapid fire. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Sunday roast or barbecue?
Barbecue.
UK sweets, think Cadbury, or US sweets?
I don't eat very many
Yes,
sweets. That's not
Give me an answer though.
okay. Cadbury.
Okay. Who has the better Christmas holiday celebrations? Who does Christmas better? UK, US.
I mean, since the UK started on November 1st, we'll just go with the UK.
That is true. That is true.
Like-
There's no Thanksgiving. I
Right.
say it's the fact that there's no Thanksgiving here. You have Halloween, and then November 1, boom, we're into the Christmas season.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the Christmas season, anyways.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it started November 1. The Birmingham Christmas market started November the 1st.
Yes.
And
Some decorations are up. and-
the decorations already going up in some of the stores. It's already bam, it's
Right.
going. And in the US, it's held up by about 30 days because Thanksgiving.
Right.
You have Thanksgiving. You're still in that pumpkin season in the
Mm-hmm.
US for another 30 days, but there's no Thanksgiving here.
Right. So I really appreciate like getting to have the Christmas, have the Christmas decorations and all of that. I really like that and seeing that for longer.
So we've been team live tree
Yes.
for years.
We have.
However, if we were team artificial tree, we could put our tree up earlier.
Yes.
If we were artificial tree people, we could get a tree now and put
Right.
it up, and then the tree would be up for almost a full 2 months.
Yes. So then you can almost decorate it like fall like.
You could do a fall,
Yeah.
and then switch it over maybe.
Yeah,
change
switch
it out. That would be cool.
That
But
would
we're
be
team live tree.
Yes.
We've always had live trees. We're going back to 2 trees this year. I think last year we
We
did
did one.
we did 1. We did not like that.
That
We-
was not
And you say, why do we do 2 trees? If you don't know, again, we have 6 kids, and kids come home from school with all kind of little
things
that they've made.
that they want to put on the tree. And we're like, I don't know whose tree that's
And
going
then little
on.
popsicle stick things, and it's this that, and the
It's
other.
kind of colored in, but not colored
And
in.
you know, and they want to put that on the
Somebody's
tree.
handprint.
Right, yeah, footprint,
Fingerprint.
fingerprint, and then sometimes you can tell it's not even the kids; it's like the teacher's written in and stuff. Like, I don't want that on my tree.
Yeah.
So Blair and I came with the idea many years ago. There's the kid tree, and then there's the adult tree.
Adult tree.
And so the kid tree, they get to put all of their things on the tree, and it's become really cool because we have things going back to when Blake was little. We keep everything, right? So we
Right.
have it. And there's going to be tons of pictures of Kai and Kenzie on this tree because their school has been so active with taking
very-
pictures and sending them home as
Yes.
little with a string on it. So you can put it on a tree.
Yes.
But that's the kids' tree. The adult tree looks more like a normal Christmas
Adult
tree.
tree.
And that's where the things that Blair and I care about go on that
The
tree. So
adult
we
tree.
do 2 trees. We did 1 year. Last year we did 1 tree, and that just was
There was a lot of arguments about
Oh,
what's going
gosh.
on the tree.
yeah, and we had so many things that didn't get on the tree at
Yeah,
all
yeah,
because
because
still
it's
we're not
too
putting all that
much.
kids stuff on the tree, and then the themes don't blend because the kids tree also has all of the felt ornaments,
Yeah.
which
We
those are
have a-
still going strong.
We have a strong collection of felt ornaments.
Oh, super strong collection. We're talking a tub
Yeah.
like this big, this deep, all filled with
Yeah.
felt. We have a massive felt collection, which we started collecting many years
Yeah.
ago. The felt collection is almost as impressive as our nutcracker collection.
That's true.
We have nutcrackers going back many years, and
For the kids.
way before the kids. We started collecting nutcrackers, and they cover all the mantles. They're covering the windowsills. We need some really tall. We need like some 2 feet tall ones. We don't have
should
those.
get
Like
those.
a meter tall.
Yeah.
We took a couple meter tall ones.
Yeah, we should
That
get
would be
some
good.
of those.
And I can only keep it with a meter because it's like 3 feet and then a little bit more. See, that's how I can go back to that. Other than that, don't ask me.
He doesn't know.
I don't know. I don't. I can switch it just a little bit. That's something I've learned from being here, the time that we've been here.
Right.
So those are the things. Looking forward to the holiday season. That we always enjoy going to Christmas markets and finding those. One of the things I've always focused on, whether we're at a Christmas market, county show, wherever we're at, local made. I love artisan, handmade, local made things. I love artisan stuff. And so I love going to find those handmade items.
Yeah,
I always say
that's
things
always
that you can't
nice.
find anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I've noticed in a lot of stores, I noticed a lot of cities here in the UK, they have that little store of made in Yorkshire, made in Kent, made
Right.
in, and so I think that's a good, cool cultural aspect of the UK to acknowledge. And then you notice how they keep the local artists busy also because in Birmingham, it's bulls.
Yes. Yes.
Leicester,
bulls all
this
over
summer,
place.
it was cow. Hold up. What was it, cows as well?
Oh, why can't I tell?
Oh,
you
it
what
was some other
is?
animal.
It's another animal. It's all throughout that mall.
Yeah.
And-
it was
and through the
city
town,
center,
city
right? They had some other animal
Yes.
there. And then we went to another town and they had a lot of, like each individual town, they'll commission artworks and they'll be scattered across the city and you can go and you find them. And those are always fun. Those are always
Yeah.
cool. The artists always get involved. I say, well, this is really cool to keep the artists busy. Like, don't let
Keep
the artists just sit at home.
busy, but then you get to see all the local involvement, like the local schools decorated, and that I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I think the culture in the UK is just really tight knit, just really kind of blends together well to
Right.
support those type activities.
Right.
We may have to go check on the little guy in there.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it started back again.
And he stopped. Okay.
Back
So
and forth.
we've talked about when to stop feeling is those temporary here, and some of the cultural habits I already talked about. Being willing to walk in the rain,
Right.
and how I feel comfortable doing that. And when you go online and you start talking about the UK, they always talk about how polite it is, and that's a bit of for an American. Yes, that's a yes and a no, because the Brits are quietly polite. And what I mean by that is, so many times I've been going out and someone will hold the door open for me
Right.
and they'll never say a word.
Right.
People will do things to support you as you're walking, you drop something, people pick up, and they'll never say a word.
Right.
It's quiet politeness.
And that's the part that's really
Right.
different. So, like in the States, if any of that happens, it's a whole long, little, drawn
Yeah,
out
because someone holds the door
conversation.
open for you in the U.S. Not always, but you could very well expect that. You
Come
have
on
a good
out.
day now.
Yeah. Or come on out. You know it's cold out there. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, you get all of that. All
Like,
of that is coming through so much more talking
yeah.
and verbalization. And
Yes.
so when we went back this summer, that was a bit of a reverse culture shock because we've gotten used to being quiet
Right.
when we're
So
out.
then we had to realize like, oh, wait a minute, they're talking to us. Like,
And if you don't speak in the U.S., people feel like you're being insulting, right?
right.
You're being mean, you're being
Right.
rude, and so it was hard for us to kind of flip back into speaking and talking all the time and just really kind
Right.
of being more vocal with strangers.
Right.
It's easy
Right.
to be vocal with friends and family, but with strangers, we just haven't done. I mean, 5 years is half a decade. That's how long we've
Yeah.
been here. 5 years, and there's no way you can live somewhere for half a decade
Yeah.
and it not
Not
shift
shift a little
and
bit.
change
Yeah, like
you.
we were walking. I think I had on like a t-shirt that was really like easily recognizable. It's the Bucky shirts, you know.
Yes, that was fun.
And somebody, we were just like in Walmart or something. And I walked past somebody, they're like, "Oh, nice shirt." And I'm like, "I see you there."
Happened
Like,
over and over again.
yes,
Everywhere we went, Blair would have on Bucky's shirts because Bucky's is a gas station brand.
Yeah.
They actually sell petrol,
Shirts.
gas, but they sell everything else.
Yes.
If you don't know, Google Bucky's, go look it up. You'll see it's a phenomenon in the U.S.
Yes.
And so Blair bought paraphernalia. She has a shirt that says Bucky's, and we would go in Walmart. Oh, Bucky's! We would be walking down the street. Ah, Bucky's in Tennessee.
Yeah.
People would just walk up to her and they would acknowledge her because of the Bucky's shirt.
'cause I had on a Bucky shirt.
And it was just like, oh, I don't think that happens here. I don't know what you could wear here that you'd have so many strangers would acknowledge you.
Maybe a football team. Maybe a jersey.
You're more
I don't
likely to
know.
have someone curse you out
I
if
mean,
you're wearing the wrong
yes,
team on the wrong day.
yes. And this, I mean, the same would happen too in the States though. Like if you had on a Philly jersey, but you're in like Baltimore.
Don't wear the. But that's true. Yeah, true. Yeah, certain times of the year you could do that, but
Right.
there's certain times of the year don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't
But yeah.
do that. Yeah, the enthusiasm that happens here for the games, for soccer games, for
Right.
football games is really cool. But I think that is matched back in the U.S. by the enthusiasm for NBA and NFL games.
Yeah, and then the college.
Yeah.
College.
Now that's something that doesn't exist here. And tell me if we're wrong. Like, yes, the colleges here have sports and sports teams, but
Do
in
they?
yeah, like they don't have swim team and lacrosse. I don't know. Lacrosse is like a U.S. sport, but they have swim teams and they have soccer teams.
I think that might be.
They have. I mean,
Can y'all tell us down in the comments below?
Yeah, I think the colleges
do the
will have-
colleges have sports?
Yeah. In either case, the fact that we're asking the question means like it's nowhere near the attention that's paid to like in the U.S. because
Right.
U.S. football, American football, and the collegiate level is a
Right.
multi-billion-dollar
Both American
industry.
football and basketball,
Basketball
at the collegiate level.
At the collegiate level.
Yeah.
And then even track and field brings in tremendous amount of money. So just the sports, I guess Americans just love their own sports. And I say their
Yes.
own sports because you're like the US is very insular with some of its sports. But yeah, sports is just massive. I feel like
Yeah.
much bigger than here. And yeah, so we've been places and we've seen people all in the right paraphernalia going to support their team
Right.
for a soccer game, for a football game. Right? We see that.
Right.
But nothing on the level of what we see when they're tailgating. at the US.
Tailgating in the U.S., people living their lives in the U.S. Like there used to be a car at work that was completely decked out with Nittany Lion stuff.
That's true. That's true. So American football now happens here in the UK.
Yes.
There are games in
There's
London.
about, yeah, and games in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if they go up to Scotland with a game, but you know what?
Yeah.
I think they may do one in Ireland as well. I think they may do. So yeah, American football is expanding outside of the U.S. At least the games are. The teams are, but the games are.
Right.
I want to go to a game next year, and we started to do it this year. We came close because we heard
did.
about it the year before. We're like, we blew it off. This year, I was like, maybe.
Right.
But then next year, I think we'll do it. I think we'll go down to London to go to an American NFL game in London. I
Right.
think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
The kids will be older. As the twins get older, we're willing to travel a little bit more. It's hard to travel with twins when they're babies. We did a little bit when they were still really young.
Right.
Then they're one.
Right.
And it's really hard because they're very set on the schedule. Right now they're two. It's a little easier, starting to get a little easier.
Right.
But they're both still, they're in nappies. So
Right.
there's a lot of nappy changes still going on.
Right.
By next year, there'll be 3. And they'll still be in nappies, but they're a little older. Their understanding's a little better.
Yeah.
They have a little more patience because we'll be
Yeah.
out of the terrible twos. And from 3 to 4, it'll get even better. Hey, I can say this because we have 4 older kids. We've gone through this before. By the time they're 5, we're rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
We're rocking and rolling. But I do want our travel to pick back up. I feel like we didn't do quite as much. We didn't do as much because we poured so much of our travel this year just into that one 30-day, 29-day trip back to the U.S.
Yeah,
that was our travel.
And like we just went through the age up of the twins. Like we were waiting for them to just get a little bit bigger, a little bit older, so that we could do more travel out of the country as well.
Right. I didn't want to throw them on a plane at 1, and it's hard enough to be throw them on a plane at 2. So there'll be 3 next year. So yeah, by the time we get to next summer, they'll be ready to rock and roll, and we'll be able to get up and moving and out a bit more.
Right.
We're going to cover this a bit more in another podcast, is where we'll talk about like your favorite part of England, Wales, Scotland. Do you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. I heard that. That's Kinsey.
Yeah.
I don't know what she said.
Not at all.
But she said it at full volume.
She did.
She said it on 10.
She did.
She said it at full volume. It's distracting because you'll be doing something and you'll just hear her. And I don't know if you notice, again, the other kids
We
are
never
just
hear
not
the
loud.
other side of the conversation. We hear one side of the conversation.
And you're like, oh, you put too much. No, you have to understand. Our whole family is quiet. My mother used to come and see us back when we had just Blakely as the baby. And she came and she visited. She's like, your house is so quiet. She's like, you all are so quiet. And as we've continued to have kids, I remember Matthew was the loud kid.
Matthew was loud, yeah.
For a little while.
Right.
And he has nothing on Kenzie.
Not at all.
And so part of the reason we like Kenzie being so loud is because it does bring up the whole volume in the house. So we recognize sometimes we're a little too quiet. So
Right.
that's the other reason I'm like, no, be loud, be free. And it brings up everyone else's volume. We don't want to be too quiet.
Right.
So yeah, she's a really loud kid. But we're going to talk about it on another episode of which part of the UK really appeals to you the most. What part you like the most. And really, really dig deep into that. But I will give you my one place that for some reason it always comes to my mind when I say what part of the UK I like the most. It's always the first place that's in my head. If I ask you a question right now, what part do you like the most?
Wales.
Wales. Okay, but that's a country.
Oh, you said the
Yeah, UK.
you keep saying
Yeah,
the
but
UK.
yeah. What part of the UK? Give me a place. More. Okay, so Wales. That's your answer. Wales. Why?
It's pretty. It was very pretty. It was always relaxing when we went for trips and stuff.
Yes. I was thinking Liverpool. That's
That's
what
fun.
it always comes to my mind first. I don't know why Liverpool. I don't know why Liverpool always comes
They
to my
had
mind.
good fish and chips.
Yes, but
Yeah.
Liverpool for
Good
some
food,
reason is always right there. Yeah.
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 It was a lot to do in Liverpool, that was very easy to access,
Yeah.
easy to
Well,
do.
I think it was the first place I ever went, and I said, I kind of could live here. I wish we were kind of living
Mm-hmm.
over here. I remember saying that we were in Liverpool. It was like, I like it here.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest with you, we're in the center of the country. It's cool,
Right.
nice area,
Right.
but I kind of wish we were on the coast.
Yes.
Coast would be
And
nice.
y'all
Water
gotta
right there.
understand, before coming here, we were living on a state that was very easily accessible to water.
Yeah, the water was just
It was right
what,
there.
8-9 miles away.
Yeah.
We weren't like on the water, but the Potomac was right there.
Yeah.
And we
you
lived
get
kind of. It
used
was
to
we were
that.
in the crook of the Potomac. Actually, we
Right.
were down on the peninsula there, so
Right.
it was water there, like right there. You're right.
So you get used to the access of seafood and fish, and because you used to go fishing with your mom when she
Yeah,
would come up.
do a lot of fishing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was really enjoyable, and I miss eating more seafood.
Yes. I would think that there'd still be more seafood, considering that we're on an island, that there would be more seafood here. Like, there's some good seafood places.
Yeah,
But I would think that it would be more.
So right now, I just always think of it as we're too far inland.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. I think London has good access. I think,
We were down in Cornwall.
yeah, they had good access.
There was some good
They had some
seafood.
good
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I wish we lived on the water because we were down in
Right.
Cornwall.
Right,
That was some good seafood down.
right. That was good.
Is it pasties?
Pasties.
Pasties?
No,
Pasties?
pasties.
Pasties?
Yeah.
They had the pasties, pasties. It's not pasties, pasties.
not
Whichever one it is right. Those were good.
Right.
And then there was some seafood.
They had seafood.
And then up in St. Andrews, do you remember the fish and chips we had at St. Andrews? I don't know if you remember that, but years ago we went to St. Andrews and we had dinner there right north of Edinburgh.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
it was a fine fish and chip place.
Yes. That was good. That
And
was really good. Yeah.
No, you know what? St. Andrews is a little further north, but both of them,
Yeah.
too.
But Oban was good too.
Oban was good.
That
as
was
well.
some good, yeah.
Yeah. So Scotland seafood.
Yeah, Scotland seafood. Like,
and
This
then
is why-
and then Cornwall.
Yeah.
I just wish we were closer to the coast. I just feel like we don't get as much of that. As much of that.
I would,
here.
yeah. Remember when we first got here, we used to go to Hunstatten all the time?
Yes. We haven't been over that in years.
We have not.
We should go back.
go.
We should go. Not now.
No, it's too cold. Too cold for that. But
Not now. Okay, guys. So we kind of just ended up reminiscing, and one of the things of why we even have a YouTube channel is so that if there ever comes a time in our life where we're not in this moment or in this space, we'll have all these memories, at least a catalog of these experiences. So we appreciate everyone who watches along and enjoys and gives us comments and talk to us about other places we can go. There's so many places that we've learned about from comments and videos where people say, hey, have you thought about this? Have you
I think that's
that?
how we ended up in Liverpool the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
It
just
was a really good
they
trip.
say, hey, go over here, go try this. And so continue to do that. Continue to drop down in the comments and let us know great places and things in the US, in the
US.
in the UK that we haven't done yet. And there's a lot of things in the US we haven't done either, right?
Right.
Because we're here, and so my nieces, they're grown, they're traveling, they're doing the US stuff. We have a lot of friends that are in the US, they're traveling, they do US stuff. And we haven't done any of that US stuff because we've been here. We've been doing the things here. And it's just crazy to leave here and go do too much in the US. It doesn't make a lot of sense because we're here. So we'll enjoy here while we're here. So leave that in the comments and let us know what we could do that we haven't gotten to yet. All right. We could keep talking, but we have to cook dinner.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't do this podcast as much as I would like, because it's just things. But we have been going live a lot more on the channel, so you can catch us live sometimes. And I do some crafting, so Sunday nights and things of that sort. So hey, keep up with us, follow along, like, subscribe, leave some comments, give us some advice, and give us your opinion. We love to read all those to kind of keep up with it.
Or ask us some questions.
Questions work too. If you have questions, ask them. We'll throw them on the docket. We'll talk about it in the future installation of this podcast. We'll try to do it more regularly, but I don't want to do the normal YouTuber thing. We're going to do it next week. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you we're going to do it next week. We'll do it when we get to it. No promises.
But we'll do it.
Yeah, we'll get around to it when we can.
Right.
Take care.
Take care.